Hi everyone, welcome back to Vinova Collectibles. Today we are diving into another collection that I've picked up. Everything that you see here is will be up for sale at vinova-collectibles.com over the coming weeks. There's quite a lot to put up. I've got another delivery coming soon with some stuff which you'll see on the channel, so it's going to be a busy period, but there is some good stuff in here. A lot of bulk, which I knew when I was picking it up. It was one of the main things that attracted it to me was the amount of DC bulk, which I'll talk about because that's something that I don't have much stock on. But I'll show you a quick video of me diving through one of the long boxes, and then I will talk to you about the collection and go over some of the keys that we've got on here. Right, so we won't go through everything. A lot of the stuff here needs bagging and boarding. We've got a lot of modern Batman, which is something that the shop lacks, to be honest. Some modern New Mutants. There's a lot of New Mutants in here. I know that from the pictures that I saw. There's not the first Cables, not the first Deadpool. Ex-Infernus, that's number 4 variant. Number 3, so I think it's got 1 to 4. I love the cover for number 1. That one there, absolutely gorgeous cover. More New Mutants. It's going to take a while to bag and board all of this, as you can tell. In fact, I probably need to buy some new bags and boards. I'm getting some older stuff. Teen Titans, Superman, Green Lantern, House of Secrets, Justice League. It's a mixture of modern and some old stuff. House of Secrets again, number 231. I'm not entirely sure on the AIDS. It's the AIDS and the age. I'm not entirely sure on the ages on some of this. A little bit older. Some Punisher, that's modern. That's number 200. A lot of modern. Teen Titans, Hawkman, Brave and the Bold, Superboy, All-Star. And one of the reasons I picked up this stuff is although a lot of it is filler, Frank Miller's Rollin. A lot of this stuff, although a lot of this stuff might be filler, I severely lack on DC, back issue DC stuff in the shop, and that's something that I definitely wanted to improve upon. So that's what this collection does. Let's skip ahead. There is some keys in there. As I said, I'll pull the keys out and we'll go over them at the end. I'll give them inspection, see if they're off to CGC. I will show you. I've got a video coming up on my next CGC submission. I've got some absolutely glorious books going in there. There is Daredevil Spectre 4, God of Thunder 25. New Avengers gets a little bit of attention because of the importance of it. Batman Arkham Unhinged, Spawn and Batman, very nice. Amazing Spider-Man 1, I think that's the first cameo of Cindy Moon. Hulk number 9, Scooby-Doo and the Apocalypse, Batwing, more Hulk variant. Okay, so that was one of the long boxes. There was long boxes or short boxes? Short boxes. 3 short boxes arrived. As said, a lot of DC bulk. I needed some DC bulk. There is some good stuff in there. There's some Green Lantern. There's a lot of New Mutants. Without the 2 big keys, the Cable and the Deadpool. A lot of Justice League, some Brave and the Bold, some Batman, some Superman, some Supergirl. It's a nice mix, and in it there is also some decent keys which we'll go over. I have given the inspection. I held off doing a video that I had planned to record early this week on my next CGC submission to see if any of these would be going to CGC. I've made the decision that none of these will. These keys will be available raw on the shop. They're not going off to CGC, so you can look forward to a future video of what I am sending to CGC, and it's free books, but they are incredible. Anyway, we'll save that for the next video. Today, as mentioned, we're going to dive through the keys and we'll talk about the collection a bit more. First of all, X-Men Annual 14. This is the first cameo appearance of Gambit. It is a brilliant cover featuring the Fantastic Four, the New Mutants and X-Factor from 1990s, 64 pages. Yeah, the first cameo of Gambit. Very, very popular character. I imagine that when the X-Men are reincarnated in the MCU, we will see Gambit. Obviously, not really a character that we've seen loads of. There was all that stuff of the film with Channing Tatum, which never happened, but so be it. X-Men 244, I'm pretty sure, I haven't double checked this, but I'm almost 99.9% certain this is the first appearance of Jubilee. Another great X-Men character. Again, this collection had a lot of X-Men in it, a lot of New Mutants, but a lot of X-Men related stuff. Clearly an X-Men fan, and some good stuff, and this is a nice book. Speaking of nice books, X-Men, jumping forward about 40 odd issues, X-Men 282, the first appearance of Bishop. I believe, is this his first full appearance, and then the one before is his cameo, or is it the other way around? I can't remember. Gets so confusing in time, but yeah, great Bishop cover, very, very popular book. Not in a decent condition. I'd probably put this about very fine, near mint minus, given a quick, I haven't given it a proper look yet, but yeah, probably very fine. But probably very fine, very, very nice book. First Bishop. Sticking with the X-Men keys, Mr. Sinister 221. Again, I'd probably put this at fine sort of mark, but that great cover of Havoc and Wolverine, and then first appearance of Mr. Sinister, who gets a lot of love. Away from the X-Men now, Black Panther #1. This is the first solo series of Black Panther. What's nice about this issue is its newsstand, and it is sent. See a fair, well, I haven't seen a fair few. The ones that I've seen in the UK have always been pence. Now the whole pence cents debate, I'm irrelevant to it largely. I don't care either way. Same with newsstand, really. I'm not too fussed, but you know, it is big for some collectors. Some collectors want that barcode there and they want that cents there. It goes the other way as well. There's some people now that want pence, particularly in America. I do get a lot of inquiries about what pence stuff we have. So it is just down to personal taste. But this is a great book. The first Black Panther solo series. Now, one we've got two of. One needs to be bagged and boarded. That's another thing with this collection. A lot of stuff needs to be bagged and boarded. This one, because it hasn't been bagged and boarded, the spine's rolled a bit and the front page has rolled. But got one here bagged and boarded. This is the first Doomsday. Superman Man of Steel number 40. No, Superman Man of Steel number 17 from 1992. Get confused because there's 41 there. But this is the first Doomsday. This one's a bit of a fun one. You may have heard of it. It did get a little bit of a spike, but only for obvious purposes, and you know, it's sort of like the same virus, the same sort of thing for sort of history. Spectacular Spider-Man 176. Now, if you didn't know about this, I'm not surprised. This is a very, very, very minor Spider-Man villain, but it is her first appearance, and she is Corona. So on the front, who or what is Corona? Now, for obvious reasons, that's got a bit of a spike, you know, and it's a good throwback to in a few years' time or in decades to come, when we look back at what an absolute mess of a situation we've had with the coronavirus. You know, it's a little throwback book, obviously, and then you've got the I forget which Venom it is, but it's the first distributed app of virus, and then it says on the CGC label that it was meant to be the other way around, but COVID-19, like, you know, bit of history. John Walker, Captain America, another book that got a spike because of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier series. Great cover, great book, fairly decent nick. Again, I'd probably say about very fine, but it is a very good cover. And one of the things that I'm always really keen about is these covers where the character on the cover is interacting with the title. So you've got the fist and you've got the punch in the Captain America. Great book. I've had a few of these, sold a slab of these before. I think I've had two Raws before. New Mutants #1. Fun enough, it's not the first appearance of New Mutants. That is in the annual, which is in this collection. I haven't got it out now because it's in the box. But yeah, but it's not an annual, it's the graphic novel. That's the first appearance of the New Mutants, and there's another appearance somewhere else, and this is the third appearance of the New Mutants, but it is the first New Mutants title. Obviously, a significant book, introduction of characters such as Deadpool, Cable, later down the line. Magic sort of becomes a prominent character through this series. There's another New Mutants book here. Another key. I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm not sure why I've pulled that one. This one, now this is a bit of a sleeper book. I wasn't really too aware of it. New Mutants Annual #2. This is the first US appearance of Betsy Braddock, the sister of Captain Britain, who becomes Psylocke, and I believe she becomes Psylocke in this issue. So it's a pretty significant book in that sense, and it's nice. 25th anniversary, and it's a nice crossover from the Marvel, well, from the UK comics to Marvel. And then finally, again, a book that I wasn't aware had such value. X-Men 102. This is the first Colossus and Juggernaut battle. Very, very nice cover, fairly decent condition, and a newsstand. Very pleased. So that's the big keys that stood out. In this collection, there's also pretty much a full run, unfortunately minus the first Cable and Deadpool, of New Mutants from 1 through 90 odd. In that there's a few appearances of other New Mutants characters. I believe there's the first issue where Magic is referred to as Magic, Ileana Rasputin. First called Magic. She was first titled Magic in the miniseries with Storm, which is in this collection, issue 1 to 4. But I think the thing is with that is that while she was called Magic in the title, she wasn't actually called Magic by another character, and in the New Mutants series she was. Something like that. There's a few other sets. There's a lot of bulk. There's a couple of bits of Silver Age. Mainly, I'd say, mid 70s to early 80s. Obviously, some of them push forward a little bit more towards modern, but clearly, person I picked up from, clearly a New Mutants fan, clearly a Justice League Infinity Inc. So much Infinity Inc. Clearly a fan of that, and then a few keys thrown in there, a few random issues. It was a decent collection. Like I said, I bought this for the bulk. I needed bulk. I needed DC. I needed DC back issues, and the keys. I wanted some raw keys as well. So it's all coming in. I won't go into the price that I paid because I hadn't spoken to the person about that. But I'm very, very pleased. I think for now I'm relatively done with collections. I've got enough back issues now. I think if I'm going to pick up another collection, it'll be like, it'll have to be predominantly thing. If I'm picking up sets and stuff, it will be Silver Age now, as well as CGC and slabs. So yeah, keep your eyes on the website, vinova-collectibles.com. On the homepage, scroll down to the bottom, sign up to the newsletter. Then you'll get an email as soon as this stuff goes live. As soon as we do a big drop, I drop everything out. So whether it's new releases and Pokemon cards or new collections that have come in, new stock that's come on, that's the best way to hear about it first and don't miss out. And if you are interested in one of these books that I've shown, do reach out. But yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I know I say this all the time, but I really do need to get back into the YouTube. Got a few plans, like I said. Next one I'll be showing off is my next CGC submission, which I'll be sending off this week to be cleaned, pressed off to CGC, get that back in a few months. Then I've got a CBCS submission going out with an absolute gem. So that's another video that I've got coming up, and then I want to show you some stuff that I've got from the Pokemon side of things. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and please do subscribe and please do check out the website, and I will see you all next time.